unknowingly, I had pressed the window to go up. So my head was out of the car and almost like
decapitated yourself.
I was really close to sort of hurting myself.
Hi, I'm Holly and welcome to Help I'm Going to Uni by Cardiff Met, where each episode I'll be talking to a real-life uni student about their university experience. Today I'm joined by MSc Sport Broadcast student Alex. Hi Alex.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
You too.
Right, so let's just get straight into it. So, obviously you're a master's student. Tell me about your uni journey so far. I know you're a tennis guy, so tell me all about it.
Yeah, so I first joined Cardiff Met as an undergrad student, like most people.
Yeah.
It was COVID time, so 2021 I first joined. I had just left America, where I started my sort of university days, which is a bit different.
That's, very interesting.
Yeah, so I hadn't actually planned to come to the UK at all for uni, but things changed in the States, and sort of, I guess fate led me to Cardiff. Had never really been to Wales too much before, but the sport just automatically made me think that Cardiff Met was the place. Yeah. And started off studying sports media. It was a new course actually. Then I was the first cohort.
Oh really?
So that was exciting. Yeah. Like, everyone was new, but it was fun. It was exciting. It was sort of a new step for the uni, I suppose. Completed my 3 years. I won't go into too much detail, but it was
a good time.
Yeah, good times. Like made a lot of mates through those times, which I'm sure we'll go into, and then finished my undergrad. Left for a year because mistakenly thought that I was ready to go into the world.
I fear that's me right now.
Yeah, exactly. But tried it out. I was happy. I gave it a go. I went to Australia, took a full-time job. But then I was like, you know what? I need some more Cardiff Met in my life. Yeah. So I came back and did a master's.
Yeah. So what made you come back? Did you just feel like you needed to just do some more uni before going back out into the world?
I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I felt like there was still more for me to learn and to sort of perfect in my sort of career skills, I suppose. Like I felt like I had fairly like good life skills. Like I love meeting new people and all that sort of stuff, but my industry skills
you wanted to like hone in on that.
Exactly, yeah. And I felt like all I heard about the sports broadcasting degree, I was like, that's really going to refine my skills, and I'll be ready then. So that's kind of why.
Yeah, that's super cool. So back to when you started, like back in like 2021, like how were you feeling before you started uni? Like, were you nervous? Like, what was the vibe?
Yeah, the vibes. I think it was weird because I had started uni already. Like I had gone through that process. So I guess, I don't know, to relate it to people coming, like if they've gone to college, they've left their school at 16 and gone to a sort of, a new school, I suppose, at college at 16, 17. A little bit like that, where you're restarting that process. So I felt like I had been through that with making new friends, make the effort to find your people. But it doesn't change. Like, you're always nervous going into new situations. Like that. I
feel like that's just life. If you're not, then maybe you should be.
Like, maybe something's wrong. Yeah. I was nervous for sure, but I think what was useful was the trust that I knew it would get easier throughout. And like everything, you're not going to get on with everyone. No. And I am quite weird, to be honest. So I'm not your usual like uni student who likes really going out too much. Obviously, at the start, I was like, you sort of have to do it just to. I don't want to say you've got to do that to fit in. You absolutely don't, because eventually you find your people who do similar things to you.
To like try things and like have fun, even if you think like, oh, I'm not majorly into going out, like go and try it. Or like it's like trying a new sport, even if you don't think you're going to be into that, go and try it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, you sort of, I think you owe it to yourself to find out. Yeah, definitely. To find out about yourself, because I think those 3-4 years you have at uni is all about testing who you are. Like, I think so many people change throughout uni because you really find, oh, okay, I'm into that, and I didn't think I'd be into that.
If I look at myself like in first year, like at the start of uni, I'm literally like, I don't recognize myself. Like, really, my hair was bright pink. Like, I genuinely look at her. That. Like, she was cool, but I look at her and I'm like, I am not that person. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, bring back the pink hair.
Yeah, honestly, cool. I do love the pink hair, but my hair's fried, so there's no hope there. So in first year, did you stay in halls?
Yeah.
Yeah, what halls did you stay in?
I was in Butte 1.
What, in Cyncoed?
In Cyncoed,
nice. Yeah. How was halls? Was it good? Or?
Yeah. Again, It was a really weird time because it was COVID. So the first few months it was flat parties and trying not to get caught out. Hopefully we don't show this to the professors at uni. But yeah, like that, it was really sort of intimate. You were you got really close with your flatmates, which was in a way such a nice thing because you were forced to get to know each other really well. And my flat was great. Everyone got stuck in. Everyone had a good laugh. I mean, I actually did half the year and then decided to go home because I just felt like I was spending money when I didn't need to.
Yeah, that's so fair.
But I'm so glad I had those first few months there because it made me settle in. And then when I did come back a year later, I had the friends to move into a house with and all that. No,
definitely.
So, Halls is a great experience.
Yeah, I do miss Halls sometimes.
Were you Llandaff?
I was at Plasquin in Llandaff, but I loved it. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on to some student confessions now. So know like the trend, have you seen it's like, oh, like I'm bored, tell me your most unhinged stories about blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's basically, I asked on Instagram, like, give me your best student stories.
Oh, okay.
And so we've selected one. So
so you've got the stories already?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to force you into confessing anything.
I wasn't given that little question.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so it says, when I was at university, my mum asked me to get a pair of handcuffs engraved for my dad. Nothing dodgy, he was just retiring from the prison service. My boyfriend brought them up to give to me and decided to put them on himself and my housemate as a joke. I'm assuming like handcuff them together. What he didn't realise was there was no key. The more they tried to get them off, the tighter they got. Only my boyfriend could drive, so everyone in our uni house piled into his car and my flatmate had to change gear for him just to get us to Cyncoed police station. So they got to the police station, everyone thought it was hilarious. But they told them they'd have to go to the fire station to get them cut off.
Oh, God.
But thankfully, one of the police officers tried their handcuff keys, and it turns out that they were just standard handcuffs, and they got them off, and they were free. Wow. That was a roller coaster. I wasn't sure where that was going as I was reading.
Yeah, I mean, for one, you don't want to end up in Cyncoed police station.
No, I was going to say.
As much as I love Cyncoed, it's not somewhere you want to end up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. God.
That is embarrassing.
I would love to have been a fly on the wall in the car to watch
that unfold.
The guy change gears. Not easy.
That is crazy. Do you have any embarrassing stories? Any embarrassing confessions?
Any embarrassing confessions? There was one. It actually didn't happen. It didn't happen at this uni. It happened at my American uni. But it was a drunk story, if I have to be honest. But it was a fancy dress, so I was dressed up as a cow, as you do.
Yeah.
Full like onesie outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, had too much to drink and in the car on the way back. Wasn't a taxi, luckily, so it's okay. But it was my mate's car, and I was throwing up out the window, and unknowingly I had pressed the window to go up, so my head was out of the car and almost like
decapitated yourself.
I was really close to sort of hurting myself. So yeah, that is an embarrassing story that I find quite funny now. But
yeah, that could have been funny. Worse. Whenever anyone tells me anything about head out of a car window, I think of that scary horror film where the girl's head gets knocked off.
Oh, really?
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Does anyone know what film I'm talking about? I can't remember what film it is, but if anyone knows what I mean, you'll know. It's like this guy is driving his sister and his sister's head gets like...
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Well, at least that didn't happen to you.
No, yeah. It was
all's
close.
well that ends well.
Yeah. So that's all I got. Sorry.
That's a good, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to move on to some quick fire questions now. Where would we find you on a Wednesday night?
Revolution Bar, Vodka, Cardiff.
Of course. Where else?
Where else?
Which actor would star in the story of your life?
Adam Sandler.
Okay.
And not necessarily because... Oh, sorry, it's quick fire. Not necessarily because he's the perfect... Elaborate. I just love the guy and I'd love him to play me.
I do like Adam Sandler. Yeah. People often tell me I dress like Adam Sandler.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, I do take it as a compliment. He's got drip, to be fair. City life or countryside?
Countryside.
What's the best piece of advice you've received?
It was actually just last week. It was... Yeah, don't be afraid to say what you dream of doing, even if it might seem out of reach.
Wow, that's really inspiring. I actually kind of like that. I'm going to take that on board. What's the one thing you wish you knew before starting uni?
I think that I wish I knew... Oh, this is a tough one. This is really tough. I thought before uni that I would be like we spoke about it a bit before, but I thought I'd be a completely different person. I think I'm the same person. So I wish someone had told me, like, don't try and be someone else.
Yeah, you don't have to try and be a different person.
Just to fit in with certain crowds. Just be yourself, because you're going to end up being the same person.
Yeah, no, nice. I like that. What's your guilty pleasure?
Just chocolate. I need to stop. It's
That's
so bad.
Real.
Yeah.
I really struggle with chocolate because I can't buy like a big bar of chocolate and be like, I'll only have a bit, because I will eat the whole thing. And then I've got a taste for it. I want more.
Yeah.
I literally can't.
What's your go-to quickly?
I like Galaxy. I would say Galaxy Cookie Crumble is my favourite. Nice. What about yours?
Recently, Marvelous Creations, really good stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
My sister really likes Marvelous Creations.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah, I respect that.
Anyway, yeah.
What is your top tip for making friends on arrival?
Ask questions. Like, people love talking about themselves. So yeah, ask questions, get to know people, and be interested.
Nice. And if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
I'd go to West Coast of America.
Okay. Yeah. Any particular reason why?
Just never been to the West Coast. A lot of tennis happens there, so I want to sort of get myself in the door over there. It sounds like a nice place, like California.
It does, to be fair. I'd love to go to California.
Yeah, and I've sort of done, like, I'm sure a lot of people say Australia, but I'm half Australian, so I've sort of done that that side of the world. Let's try the other.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm going to wrap that up now.
Nice.
So, back to you.
Okay.
Tell me a bit about yourself. Like, what made you decide to go to uni? Was it something you always wanted to do, or like, was it more of like a last minute thing? Like, what was the thought?
I always wanted to go to uni to sort of, I wanted it to be that next step. I was a really keen tennis player growing up, so I wanted uni to as much support me academically as to support me in my sport. My dream was to be a professional tennis player, so I wanted the sport at uni to provide me with that chance to go on to try and do that. It became quickly clear that I wasn't going to be talented enough to do that. So I then realised that uni is actually going to provide me with still the opportunity to play good level sport, but also I was very much then shifted my mindset to doing well in my career, which is sports media, sports broadcasting. I wanted it to set me up to provide me with the skills. I'm looking at 3 cameras here, like lighting and all these technical skills that I didn't know before. I now feel like I have a much better knowledge of. So, and I feel ready to sort of go into the industry. So that was my goal, was to feel ready to make money and make a living. And people always say, like, university, you make lifelong friends, and that's 100% what I wanted it to do, and it's done for sure. And
why Cardiff Met? Was it because of like the duality of like being able to do the sport and the career as well? Yeah. 100%. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, we spoke about sort of both campuses have so much to provide here, and Cyncoed, where I was, is known as this where all the sport happens. So when you go there, you realise there is just everywhere you go. There's an Astro, a rugby pitch, a tennis court, sport everywhere. Yeah, sport everywhere, and that's what I love. My life has been sport pretty much. So, did you go to like an open day and see the campus or anything before you came to uni, or? Yeah, I had a private tour. Ooh, it was pretty luxury. Yeah, not because I'm special at all, just because I couldn't come on an open day. Yeah. And that's one of the things, like the people in management or the professors, they always make the time for the students. No, and definitely. You don't feel like, a random student. You feel like someone they want to help. Someone they value. So that was from the off. Cardiff Met. Very good impression. Yeah, it's good. So it says here that in your undergrad you're a performance sports student. What does that mean? What does that mean? As someone that doesn't know anything about sport, like, what does that mean? So Cardiff Met and the sports department has certain sports that they feel make enough achievements or have showed enough excellence to be able to be classed as a performance sport. So in my case, tennis has actually only just sort of made that cut. Okay. And I had sort of in my first few years, that was one of my biggest goals, along with one of my mates, Evan Kennedy. It was like, right, how can we show what we can do to then make the cut? So essentially, it's you get support in terms of money to be able to get really world-class coaching from the top coaches, and also support to go and play tournaments. No way. And that's pretty important in sport. Otherwise, if you're not competing. That seems... No, that's so cool. I didn't know I did that. Yeah. Wow. It's really beneficial just because I think it's shown with
we know that this uni is so good for rugby. They get a lot of support, and rightly so, from the uni, because they have so much to offer. And I mean, the women's team just got crowned Bucks champions, so it's pretty amazing.
I didn't know that. Actually, I did know that. I saw
you
that.
You must have seen it.
I saw that. I think I saw that on LinkedIn of all places. Very random.
Yeah, random.
But I did see that.
But yeah, so I think the sports are doing an amazing job. Yeah,
amazing. And like during your time here, like obviously I know you're very involved in tennis as a sport, but also like career-wise, that's like kind of what you want to go into. Have you done any like work placements or anything like that?
Yeah. So I mean, this year I'm just finishing my master's, so that's where a lot of the placements happen. In the undergrad, it was more internal placements. So internal placements means that it's within the university. It's not necessarily at external organizations, which I'm sure you know, which are great because it's the perfect start to what you want to do. Like, it is still a professional placement. That's what they call it, isn't it? So you're working with the heads of sport to provide, I don't know, my first placement was doing all the social media for the tennis club.
Oh, cool.
So it's great. Like, you learn what you need to do, you gain certain skills, you work with people, which is obviously what you're going to be doing in a job when you get there. And then in the master's degree, I was with Welsh Rugby Union, Tennis Wales, so basically governing bodies that want support from students. And I feel like the uni has a good reputation because generally the students will work hard and do a good job. So it was so good to be able to have those opportunities.
No, that's super cool. And did you like work part-time whilst doing your uni as well, or was it all just sort of...
I worked, personally, everyone is different, but I worked a lot on my holidays. So that provided me with the money to be able to live in uni and sort of have a good time and not worry too much about it. Some of my friends work at the pub, the local pub, which is quite nice because it means that we get discounts when we go. It's brilliant.
Go and get a cheeky free pint.
Yeah, exactly. There's loads of options. I like the holidays just because
it gives you flexibility in term time as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd recommend that personally. But.
Yeah, nice. And do you have any plans specifically yet for when you graduate, or you're just seeing where things go?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've done the Australia thing now, so I probably wouldn't go back there yet, just for now. So I'm happy.
Whereabouts in Australia did you live?
I was in a place called Coogee in Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad lives in Sydney and my brother. So
nice.
I was spending some time with them.
That's nice.
My goal now is to set up sort of my own sort of freelance business company. Yeah. Probably just me for now. I wouldn't be employing many other people for a while. But be that sort of like a social media production, events agency, broadcasting, like the dream. And again, this is a long way away, but as I was told last week,
I was going to say, tell me the dream.
To be a Sky Sports tennis presenter, that would be unreal.
Yeah, that's the end goal there.
Yeah, that would be so cool. But there's so many other things that I find really fun and interesting. Yeah. So creating content for athletes and things like that. So a bit of everything, but that's the goal. That's
super cool.
Yeah.
And going back to tennis, what was it like being on like the tennis team at Cardiff Met? Was it fun?
Yeah, so fun. Yeah, so good. I mean, it doesn't have to be sport that when you come to uni, if you're not a sporty person, like there are so many other things to get involved in, committees, clubs, non-sports clubs. But that was my thing. So I knew I was going to be part of the tennis team.
Yeah.
And it's just the time that you spend with each other when you're in your flat in halls. Yeah. You get to know them so well, so you create these bonds.
Yeah,
which is so good.
Yeah, I feel like as a non-sporty person, one thing I always made me wish I was kind of did a sport was like the whole like cute team vibe going on, and like it just seems really fun and like nice to be like a part of a team.
Yeah, I think that when there's like a shared goal that's driving you and you work together, and that was the case with the tennis because I mean, like we said, we weren't quite a performance sport yet. Yeah, we were in a league that we felt like we were able to get out of and go higher. Better, so there was really like that camaraderie. There we go. That really created a really good team atmosphere. And like you do so much of these things, like you go out on a Wednesday night after you've won or lost a match, like it doesn't matter. You go and have a good time.
Out and have a good time. Yeah.
100%.
Nice. And you were from Brighton, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
What would you say you prefer, like Cardiff or Brighton?
I've spent so much more time in Cardiff over the last 5 years, so right now I'd have to say Cardiff. But my mates back home wouldn't be too pleased about that.
You're like, please don't be mad at me.
Yeah, exactly. But I think like Brighton always feel like home to me. Whenever I go back, I was just there yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And it feels like home. Like wherever I am in Brighton, Sussex, that's it means so much to me. But sort of where just so happens that the last 5 years that this part of my life has been in Cardiff. So this also has a special place in my heart, whether that's going down to the Principality Stadium or going into Cyncoed as much as we love it. Yeah,
live, laugh, like Cyncoed.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say like your favourite places are to go in Cardiff?
Oh, I mean, rugby matches at Principality, like I said, like unreal.
Always a good day.
So good.
Yeah.
That's what we're famous for, isn't it? Kind of. I love Sophia Gardens. Yeah. And I've got that wrong before because I've said Sophia a lot of the time, and I've only just mastered
I was going to say, I only found out recently that it's actually Sophia and not Sophia.
Yeah. There's a few things that you gradually learn with the Welsh words. Shemai is another one I've worked out recently. That's hello, right?
Yeah, I think so. Is that hello?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, critical.
We were close, yeah.
So I love going down to Sophia Gardens. I was there the other week where like Scouting for Girls were playing. There's so much going on. And just like you can go down to Sophia Gardens, just like have a drink with your mates or things like that. And I feel like I'm missing some crucial places where I've gone. But like, that's not really Cardiff, but Brecon Beacons and go for walks.
Always an honourable mention, Brecon Beacons.
Yeah, so I think that has to be in there.
Yeah, no. I was just saying to someone yesterday how like I'm trying to find more hikes because I've done Penafan.
Yeah.
And now I need to expand.
Yeah.
I've walked up the Garth as well, which is just a big hill in Cardiff.
Okay.
And that was a nice walk.
Nice. Yeah,
I do quite like a hike.
Yeah, you got lots to discover. Have you done the waterfall one?
No, I haven't. And I keep seeing everyone doing this. And I don't know where it is. It's in Brecon somewhere.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's like an hour away. Okay. Quick drive and
I have to get on that.
Yeah.
Because I always, especially in summertime, like I always see people going like swimming in the waterfall.
Well, that's what's so good about it. You've got like, you've got these 4 waterfalls. Like one, you can even go sort of, when you go behind it so you can look out. Yeah, it's amazing. And you can swim in the little ponds. Quite cold, but that's fine.
So I'm from Cornwall. I'm used to the cold sea.
You probably made tough stuff. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to wrap this up here. It's been lovely to speak to you today, Alex.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. This has been Help, I'm Going to Uni by Cardiff Met. I'm Holly, and I'll see you next time.